Hi, how are you? It's Trapson here, and welcome back to our adventures with the Gnome Warlock. Today we are going to continue our adventures in Haranir. Rowena brought us here last episode, and the people of the land of Haranir were not too happy to see us. Supposedly they have never had any outsiders in their lands. Now, I'm not too sure how the heck we get over to the Den of Echoes, but that is where we have to go now because it seems like Orwena passed the trial because she's supposedly blessed by the goddess, but now she has to prove that she is righteous by passing the trials of the Den of Echoes. I guess we'll just fly there. I'm not too sure how the heck we get there. I'm a little lost. Maybe it was inside the cave we were in. And we hit level 85 last episode as well. 5 more levels and we will be max level. We're midnight. Still have a few more chapters to go. I think we're on chapter 9. We've completed 11 so far. So we'll take a little flight here. And hopefully we can make it to the Den of Echoes this way. I'll travel through here. What's this? Razul. The Cradle Guardian. I think this is the wrong way. Oh, here we are, the Den of Echoes.
I understand the threat of the light bloom, but we need to appease the elders, or you will have 2 enemies in Haranda.
Alright, well that's Hagar speaking. Let's see if we can pass the trials of the Den of Echoes.
If you truly have heard the song of the goddess, you should do fine during the trials. Perhaps she has called you as she did with Orwena.
Who are you?
I am Hagar, elder and former Root Warden. I am here to witness your efforts in the challenge and to report back whether or not you succeed. If you truly have heard, I was the Root Warden for Teldrassil. My duties were terminated with the destruction of the Great World Tree. We Haranir have lived secluded for an eternity, but we can afford no longer to think that we can remain this way. The roots are but a part of the tree. A true warden needs to be able to protect and care for the entire tree, even if the roots are their focus. I will always wonder if there would have been something I could have done to stop the destruction. My willingness to hear you out was born in the fires that destroyed the great tree.
And that's when Sylvanas burned down Teldrassil.
If you truly have heard, welcome to the Den of Echoes. Within the caves beyond, you will find ancient paintings which tell the story of the Haranir. Perhaps you will learn something if you survive. May Onhara be on your side. The history of the Heronir has been recorded for tens of thousands of years in the caves within. The memories of our people are painted on the stone, that we might never forget where we came from and what our purpose is. You are the first outsiders to ever witness the Den of Echoes. When you touch the paintings, our ancestors will share our stories and struggles. Zurashar Kasame awaits you within. He will guide you and Halduran on your journeys. I wish you luck. If you truly have heard the song of the goddess, you should do fun.
Conflict. Have your fangs dulled since I was gone?
Don't test me, little sprout. I know when to roar and when to wait. I could have pitted my pride against Ruya, but alone, what good would it do?
You are as strong as any.
First, you left. Then the roots of Teldrassil burned. Now, the elders barely consider me one of them.
Should I not have heeded the goddess's call?
You did what needed to be done. I have always told you to trust your instincts. All I ask is that you trust mine. We must regain their faith in you, and know that I will always defend you, even if you do not see.
Well, it looks like Orwenna has an ally in Hagar. For now.
I was told you would be arriving. Let us begin. I listened.
The elders sent word ahead that you are permitted to attempt the trials. We will see if Alhara has truly called you. You have been granted a very rare opportunity to learn about my people, our culture,
Alhara.
and our history. Let me know when you are ready to begin.
I guess that's the name of their deity.
Remember, always.
The elders
Who are
sent
you?
word ahead. Kasame, Zerashar of the Den of Echoes. I will guide you in your journey through the trials. The elders sent word
What is the
ahead
Den of Echoes?
is but one repository of my people's memories. It is through reliving the deeds and trials of our ancestors that we learn, grow, and ensure history does not repeat itself. The paintings are a gateway into these memories and trials. If you survive, you will gain a greater understanding of Harandar and my people. Touching the stone will activate the visions. May Alhara be with you. The elders sent word ahead that you are permitted to attempt.
The Addons within empowers it to reveal our truths. Countless generations ago, our people walked beneath the trees of the Great Mountain.
The heck
None
is this?
knew of our presence. Not the giant whose steps shook the earth, nor her massive beasts.
Alright, so we need to collect ice berries. These things fight us? Yeah, they do. They're pretty strong. Oh my gosh, dude. That's Freya? What the heck? Okay. Well, Freya's pretty strong. We're gonna use Soulstone here. You gotta be kidding me. This guy's gonna do Energy Blast. It's good though, it's a little bit of a challenge here. Just don't run into Freya, we should be okay. These Titanforge Seekers, though, are pretty beefy, man. And she's a Titan, Freya. You fight her in Legion. In the final raid of Legion. The Antorus Legion, I believe it's called. I forget. So you don't really want to run into these Titanforge Seekers. The obscuring bush. You can hide in this. So these Titanforge Seekers, they make sure you don't pick berries. Looks like this guy really wants to fight me. Okay, it's gonna move on. Alright, one more berry to collect. There's one down here. Next to a Haranir ancestor. And there we go. We've collected the berries. Now we just have to avoid Freya. And make our way back up here.
Hiding was not our only talent.
Our people have been here for tens of thousands of years, but it was not always so. Once, we lived on the surface as you do.
I can teach.
You have made it through the first of the trials, but the real test is yet to come.
Words?
Haranir are fierce and ferocious, cunning and canny. In time, we became the most feared beasts upon the mountain. A great many wise and powerful beasts roamed the hills of our old mountain. But in time, we came to master them all. Today, you shall hunt as we once did.
So we learned the shape of the beasts.
Alright, the second Vision Stone activated.
Grew to become the forest's greatest hunters. Rivaling and then taming the fiercest predators.
Alright, so we are now... Looks like we're a feral druid here. We have Vicious Slash. Slashing an enemy, inflicting physical damage. We also have Flesh Rend. Rend an enemy, inflicting physical damage and causing them to bleed. And Deadly Pounce. Pounce upon your enemy, dealing physical damage and causing them to bleed. And then we have Enrage Renewal. It heals us for 40% of our maximum health. Alright, so let's slay some Tranquil Remembrances. Do a little Pounce here. Looks like it stuns as well. Put a bleed up. Wasn't too bad. So you pounce, and then we put our bleed up, and then we just flash him down. And you can pounce pretty far. And it stuns both of them. Who would have thought? Pretty OP ability. Like an AoE stun. This would be the last one of these we need to fight. Kind of OP that our pets like help us while we're doing this as well. You have a Felguard with us. Where's the next? Just looking for one more Razor Quill. There's one. I wonder if we can jump up here.
In times of quiet, we felt empty. We longed for purpose.
You
can
have
teach
proven yourself a capable
all
hunter like our ancestors of old. But simply being the strongest did not prove succor enough for the minds of our people.
until we are
When the Haranir began to grow restless, they looked to new sources of purpose. Some cast their gazes upward toward the stars and the moon. Others, such as the Harati, heard a call from deep within the world. The moment the first of the Harati heard the song echoing from the roots, we knew that we had found a new purpose. We would seek out the source of the song and discover the truth of it for ourselves. But it would be a difficult road. Strange stone monsters sought to block our path.
Oh, the Titans.
find our longing was answered by a song from the depths of the world.
All right, the third vision.
All heeded the goddess's call, but the Harati followed the song.
So I think this is the bear
Journey was
druid
long
form.
and very difficult. We faced many hardships on the way.
So we have rending slash your enemies causing physical damage, strangling roots, entangles an enemy in roots, inflicting nature damage every 2 seconds and immobilizing it for 10 seconds, and then shattering slam, inflicts physical damage and stuns all enemies in front of the caster. Let's move out of this AoE attack here.
We battled our way through the roots and found ourselves in Harandar. But that is a deeper, more dangerous tale.
Now you know how the Harati came to walk amongst the roots. One final trial remains, the most difficult but most important of them all. Hagar awaits you and will guide you through the next challenge.
All right, we get a one-handed sword or a two-handed staff. We'll go with the crit mastery staff. Inspire the painted memories. 410 stamina, 35 crit, 32 mastery.
You have gained a glimpse into our history. There is one trial yet remaining. If you survive, the goddess's blessing will be upon you, and the council will not be able to deny your presence. Here, descend now into the earth, and follow in our ancestors' footsteps.
Until one trial yet remains. Hagar is waiting for you ahead. May Amhara be with you.
There we go. It's our new staff. Looks a lot like the old staff. Just better stats. All right, the final trial. Who are these guys? Restless Root Wardens. They clearly don't like us. Gulf of Memory entered. What the heck is this? Can't interact with this guy. Maybe it's this way? Oh, we're supposedly in the right location. Oh, here we go.
These paintings. I've never experienced a magic like this.
It is made
I am
possible by
glad
the
that you made it
Addons.
through the trials.
One of the many reasons it is so sacred to us.
I am glad that you made it through the trials unscathed. I expected no less, of course. I have come to know you as competent and dependable, which is part of why I felt that sharing our history and secrets with you was warranted.
Why didn't you want to do the trials with us?
I underwent these trials years ago, when I was much younger. They are standard for all Haranir to endure when they come of age and skill. It is a rite of passage, which marks the beginning of our adulthood, and which paves the way for our futures within the tribes. I am glad that you made it through the trial.
I am
Welcome.
not eternal.
You will have your final trial below. If you survive, you will be accepted by my people. Enter the delve when you are ready to begin.
Nature guide you.
For
The history of the Haranir is fascinating. They may have been the first to ever hear the Song of Azeroth, whom they call Alnhara.
What did you think about the trials?
There was some hardship, but nothing I could not overcome. I'm glad to see you made it through as well. I like the Haranir. They are in touch with the natural world and are custodians of it, as are the Rangers, a fascinating people. And the method of transmitting their history by way of the paintings is something I've never seen before. Hagar said that there are additional paintings located around Haranir, which tell more of their stories. I am curious to find them and experience more of their history.
May the wind guide your arrows.
Alright, so they want us to do the delve. Clearly the delve is down here. I guess we had to speak with them first. And here we are. Descent of the Haranir. Retrace the Haranir's journey as they followed Azeroth's song to Harandar. We'll get XP, companion experience, and a heavy trunk, which will contain equipment, recipes, currencies, collectibles, and curios. Sapstick lurkers, carnivores, plants, dangles sticky thread from the ceiling to ensnare unwary prey.
The final mural holds a most sacred memory and a most ancient shame. To witness it, you will need a fragment we store away from the rest.
Alright, so we're going to rummage through some supplies here. Let's view our companion supplies. As the combat role of healer, we'll go damage dealer. We'll see what damage dealer's like. We'll just heal ourselves. Hopefully, because she would just die anyways. Doesn't really heal herself last time, so. Let's see, we got light parchment. Vanishing powder removes a glyph effect. Some wood, a gilded vial. Go repair our gear. Seems like we're good to go. The Gulf of Memory.
Rumors of disturbances in the Gulf of Memory have begun to spread. Deal with the issue before it can take root.
Alright, we will do that. Here's the hearth. The fire. I wonder if we're getting a little buff here.
My loyalties are my own.
Alright, she's a DPS. I think she'll be better as a DPS. I tried her as a tank first, and first delve, and it didn't really work out too well. And then I tried healer, and healer wasn't that great either. Is this a trap? Let's just check it out. Well, that hurt. That didn't really do much.
Traveled for weeks, finding strange peoples deep below Mount Hyjal. They thought the Haranir was strange too.
I wonder who these people were.
I don't have it, Art. I did something first.
Now strike!
Nice chest back here. We got a Brano Vision 3000. Can add this toy to our toy box. Not too sure what it does, but check it out later. Boon of Vigor. Consume on pickup, increase your maximum health by 3% and your movement speed by 5%. So since we picked that up, I guess we just get the buff right away. Since it's a consume on pickup ability. Or item. Don't want Valera taking too much damage. We'll try to focus on the targets that she's fighting.
Now strike.
I wonder if she heals if we... No, it's not like our pets. Probably gonna... Yeah, she's eating now. Yeah, we need to let her eat. Hopefully it doesn't... Hope she's okay.
One moment.
Give her a bit of time. That food she's eating doesn't help too much.
The more fearsome their foes became. But they were Haranir, and they would not be prey.
So you got Boon of Fortitude increases our damage reduction by 2%.
My eyes on you.
Let's bring out our Tyrant here. We can help. Oh, there's a Nerubian Lord. Nice. We should fight him. So they ran into the Nerubians down here. This will give us another Boon of Fortitude, 2% damage reduction.
My eyes on you.
Wow, it's gonna get a little crazy here. Good time to bring out our Demonic Tyrant.
In the deepest places, our people faced the others. They tore at flesh and devoured minds. Many were lost, but still, the Haranir followed the song.
Alright, we follow the song. We got a Boon of Potency, which increases our highest secondary stat by 2%. Here's another boon we'll get here. Another Boon of Potency.
My eyes on you.
Looks like some old god stuff going on. This is like Azeroth before the Titans, I guess. Remember these mobs in Battle for Azeroth in one of the dungeons. I forget what it's called, but Used to be a pain to deal with.
That's much better.
Alright, so they met the old gods. They met the Titans as well in the first visions. The Titans were actually there, I think. They met the Nerubians. Guess we go back now. So we're gonna fight Muthalul. It's like an old god boss. Oh, get. Many imps out as we can. Bring out the demonic tyrant. Unanswered call. I wonder what that does. Does he start chasing us? That's what it looks like. And Valyr's staying alive this time. I think DPS was a good choice. Watch her die just as I say that.
I'll be more helpful now.
Alright, so it looks like that's it.
One moment.
Gulf of Memory.
The pleasure is mine.
Got some gold. Got another quest. And there's the Fragment of Revelation. Looks like someone's coming to say hi to us. Levo bot 7,000.
The final mural holds our most sacred memory and our most ancient shame. To witness it, you will need a fragment we store away from the rest.
No, we were already here, so. That was a fun little delve. Explain the history of the Haranir. The Harandir. I always forget. They're from Haranir, but they're the Harandir, right? Almost looks like we have to go all the way back to Théden. Or Weno is just over here. Which could be underground, though.
So, I do not understand. All that you and Haldoran have seen, I already knew. So where is this great shame that the Zurashar alludes to? Now that you've acquired the key fragment, the final memory will...
Okay, well, that thing was...
The Zurashar spoke of a great tragedy and shame.
That's what I assume all of the fish at the bottom of the ocean look like.
Not yet seen the journey to its end.
Oh wow, look at that.
Anhara's song was just an echo. The goddess was gone when they arrived. Without her, the land was falling apart. After all the trials and journeys, we hoped to find purpose. Instead, we found discord and death. We blamed the missing goddess. We blamed the land.
Should have left the mushrooms alone.
We blamed each other. tragedy, but a trial. One we failed. When at last we found our way, the elders feared what would happen if we returned to the surface. So, they forbade it. But we can't stay hidden forever. Ah, you're awake. Welcome to Hamara.
Amara.
You have survived the Gulf of Memories. Welcome to Harmara, friend.
Yes,
You awaken. Good. Now that you have seen our past, I have brought you to my home to see my hope for the future. Here in Harmara, we live in harmony with two of the local peoples, the Ratani and the Fungarians. It is my dream
The
that this
Fungarians.
partnership will spread to the rest of Harandar. You should get to know them as well and see the peace that we have created together.
All right, so we'll probably pick this Vibrant Winder Loop. It seems to be the biggest upgrade. 258 stam, 45 crit, 98 mastery.
The others have gathered downstairs. Come. Orwena is eager to see that you are in one piece.
walk home below when you are recovered. The others await.
Here in Hamara, you will see a rare glimpse of the Rutani and Fungarians at peace.
I think the Fungarians are these little guys. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I think we will call this episode here. And next episode, we will see what's going on in Harmara. But as always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.
You